Next question. Do Muslims have to wear hijab? How about that? You're guaranteed these two questions every time you go to one of these speeches. So let me see. How many of you say Muslims have to wear hijab? Let me see your hands. Muslims have to wear the hijab. Oh. Well, wait a minute. You didn't listen to the first one too close. Not all of them, not the boys. The boys don't have to wear it. Do they have to wear it? I'll grant you some of these guys would look better with niqab, but that's too harsh. I'm sorry. But Muslim women, do Muslim women have to wear hijab? If I'm only allowed one word answer, yes or no, then I can say actually no. As long as she just stays home. Why I do this? I do it for a reason, because I want you to know the difference between the habit of the Catholic Church and the hijab of the Muslim women. In the Catholic Church, a nun can never go outside without her habit on. Now they've made some new rules recently, but for 2,000 years, when a nun walked out the door, she has to be in this habit. In fact, before she went out the door, from the time she wakes up to the time she goes to bed, she's got to have it on. Now they go to a convent. This is only women that stay in there. I don't know how many years they have to be in a convent. But they're there. Nobody there but women. But still, every day they got to wear it all day long. It's a uniform. Girls, you know how to do that. As soon as you get home, take it off. Right? Your friends come over, anybody's hanging out with you, pals, close relatives, you don't have to wear it. So, only if strange men can see you. That's the hijab. Right or wrong? Surah An-Nur, chapter 24, verse 31, and tell the believing women. It's because in the verse before it, it said tell the believing men to lower their gaze, guard their private parts, and this is what's good for you, to be righteous, to do that. But now for the woman, what about her? She also is told the same thing, and tell the believing women to lower their gaze, guard their private parts, guard their private parts, and to draw the khimar down over jujubahinna. And what does that mean? Because they used to wear a khimar on the back of the head. It was a big scarf, and flip it over. That's how you wind up covering your body. You flipped it. Now this is a very easy thing to do. A hijab that you have on here, you're covering yourself up. You can split this so you can see the way. And that was hijab. And that's in front of anybody, even in your own house, who is not your brother, your father, and so on. And the list is in the same ayah. Chapter 24, verse 31. It's very simple. The thing to remember, if any strange man can see you, you wear it. And by the way, we got some pretty strange guys here, so I think you better wear it. But anyhow, there's another verse. It's in chapter 33, verse 59, Surah Al-Ahzab. And it says here, in that verse, that the Prophet is being told by Allah, Ya ayyuhan Nabi, oh my Prophet, Qul azwajika, say to your wives, wa banatika, to your daughters, and to the believing women, that whenever they go out to draw their ibaya, their jilbab, their big garment all over them. So it's clear. And she'll be recognized as what? A believer. And protected by Allah. All of this is explaining to you, and it is an order. This is an amr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is not a suggestion. She must do this. Must wear hijab if she's a Muslim, if she's a believer. This is the Quran, it says it. Now, if you said, well, I've got a sheikh, he gave us a fatwa, you can say this or it means that and so on and so on. And what are you doing now? If you're not going back and playing with the very verses, just like it mentioned in the Quran and in books before about the same subject. Don't play with the deen. Ladies, you know what's hijab? Hijab is not a pair of tight, form-fitting blue jeans. and a tank top and a pink scarf. This is an insult to the ladies who wear real hijab. Now, in some cases, and this is where you get thinkers who really understand Islam, in some cases this wouldn't work. If a lady is wearing a dress, a long dress, and you got to ride a motorcycle, how's she going to ride a motorcycle? Going to pull up the dress? A'udhu billah. So that's why, okay, in this case, you have a way they can have skirt down by the knee, and they have the pants down below this, and then, yeah, because this is not the same thing, and they're not showing anything. So your scholars can help you because they know your condition, and they will tell you. Does it have to be black? Well, the traditional color of the women at that time was black, but then remember, in most cases, that was the easy material for them to get a hold of and hang on to, and it seemed to be the best for them. But if you said that it's an order from Allah, they have to wear black, the word is aswad. Show me. Show me where that's part of the commandment. I don't know. So, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. The questions regarding the election, the presidential election of McCain and Osama, I wanted Obama. Oh. You believe it? They did that to the poor guy. They actually did stuff like that to him. But he kept his word. The first thing he did, he appointed somebody that was from the Zionists right straight in. That's very honorable of him to keep his word.